All right. Hi, guys. Can you hear me? All right. Can you hear me? So let's see who do we have here. Hi, Tony. Hi, Abnich. Hi, Hemal. All right. So how are you guys doing? Everything good? So who was with me on last week? All right, I just have a look on the last week analysis that we discussed here. So few pairs are in the direction, and some pairs just go against the direction. So never mind. This week I'm okay. Not this week. Later on, I'm going to discuss about the analysis and also the trades that we are going to have on this week. All right. Hi, Alvin. Hi, Andy. All right, so are you guys ready to go? All right, so it's about 2 minutes to 10:30. Never mind, I will just start first. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay. All right. All right, so we have around 13 people here from both Facebook and YouTube. So guys, thank you for your time because I'll be going live on every Sunday at this time. So thank you for sparing me about 15 to 30 minutes because I'm trying to make this live session as short as possible. All right, I'm just going to point out some important key levels and some important aspects so you can take note on your daily trading. Okay, so let us have a look on this $0. So on this $0, what do we see on last week? All right, what do we really see on that? This is on Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So on Monday, the market actually is retesting this previous daily higher low because we have the higher low, higher low, higher high, and higher high at here. So what we can see at here is that the daily previous higher low was retested, all right, with a very strong, I would say with a very strong bearish momentum. But right after the retest, the higher low was broken, but we see something like a doji followed by a bullish candle, and this three candle is actually forming a morning star. All right, so if you do not know what is a morning star, please subscribe to our Kickstarter package so you will get all the price action info that you will need before you start your daily trading. So these three candlestick forms a morning star. So whenever we see a morning star in our trading, right, the likelihood for the market to reverse is very high because this is a trend reversal early signal. All right, it's an early signal for a trend to reverse. So we can see that the trend is from downtrend and going to reverse back to uptrend. All right, so these are the first signal that we can see. And if we are looking at the overall picture, we can, if you're looking at the overall trend of this $0, the market is actually still in a very strong bullish trend, which means that this is in an uptrend. So on H4, we can actually see this is actually a very obvious support and resistance level at here. All right, so we can see that this level has been retested for multiple times, and we can see that there are some rejection at here as well. So I would expect for this week the market to go on sideways, meaning that the market is likely to sideways between these two levels until we see a clearer direction. All right, so you might have entered some buy signal at here because on last Friday we did give out a buy signal at here, meaning that at this candle, all right, at this candle we did give out a buy signal, but unfortunately we got our stop loss triggered by this following this engulfing candle. All right, we had our buy signal at here is something like this. All right, our stop loss is at here, and we take about 1 to 2. But unfortunately, because we got our stop loss triggered, but after that we give out another buy signal here. Because why? Because what we can see here is that this is actually a bullish dominant setup. All right, this is a bullish dominant setup on H1 time frame that happened to be occurred at the H4 SNR key level. All right, we can see that, this level has been tested for 1, 2, and market is not able to break below, and this became our entry signal. So based on the dominant setup, we give out a signal. All right, so we take the same as well, 1 to 2 take profit level. All right, it's about here. Sorry, it's about 1 to, I know it's around, yeah, it's around here, 1 to 1.5. So the market is, we are currently in floating in profit. So let's see what the market did on tomorrow when the market is open. All right, so on this euro dollar, basically I'm still going to look for buy signal. I'm not going to look for sell signal. Why? Because we need to always respect the previous trend, which is the uptrend. All right, the uptrend. So no matter the market, if you are worried to trade on this sideways condition, all right, I can draw a better sideways condition for you. So if you're worried to trade in this sideways condition, you can always wait for a proper breakout, and then only you trade, or you wait for market to retest again this support level, and then only you go for a buy trade. All right, else don't look for any trade. Don't try to sell the market. All right, because there are still there is no valid sell signal here. All right, there's no valid sell signal here. All right. So guys, you let me finish my analysis first, then I'm going to answer your question one by one. All right. So for euro dollar, we are going to look for buy trade only. All right. So for this pound dollar, on last week, I mentioned that the market is still in a very clear sideways condition because we can see that once this new high level was created, market was not able to create a new high. So in fact, we are going to look for a buy signal when market retested this very strong key support level. So these are the analysis or prediction that we gave out on last week. So you guys, if you guys have followed me on last week, you know what to do. So this week I'm still going to expect the market is still in a sideways condition. All right. So the same thing when we have market in sideways, we do not trade at the middle. All right, we do not trade at the middle because when the market is at middle, let's say you have entered a buy trade at here. All right, the market it can either go up or go down. You wouldn't know. And the risk and reward ratio, let's say you enter the buy trade at here, and you want to practice 1:2 risk and reward ratio. So meaning that you are going to put your take profit at here, and you are actually expecting the market, or I would say that you're actually hoping the market to break this cycle structure. So these normally don't work. All right, this not really working. So what do I might okay, not to say my advice, but my favorite style or my favorite entry to trade on sideways market is that I only trade at the top or I only trade at the bottom. All right, so I'm not going to look for sell trade. So the same thing, I'm either going to look for a buy trade at here or I'm going to look for a buy trade at here after a solid breakout happen on this week. All right, so this is for pound dollar. And for Aussie dollar, last week we mentioned that on daily basis, market is going to retest this higher low structure. All right, because if you're going to look for a sell trade on daily chart based on one single engulfing candle setup, all right, you are in a big trouble. All right, you are in a big trouble. The market doesn't work this way, guys. Don't try to be the first who enter the market. All right, I can very surely tell you that I used to be like that. I always want to counter the trend because I'm thinking that the market is going to drop and I want to be the first who enter the sell trend or the downtrend. And guess what? My account got wiped out a lot of time because of this behavior. All right, so don't try to counter the trend. All right, we have specific rule to determine the market direction. So my mastermind members know how to get it. So you can join us to know about this. All right. So on H4 last week, I mentioned that on daily chart, we are going to trade at this. Sorry, we are going to trade at this higher low level. On H4, we can see a better structure or a better key level structure. So this week market, I'm still expecting the market to go up. All right, I'm still expecting the market to go up. So this became another key level for us to look for. So if the market break up, there is always another chance for you to trade after the pullback. All right, I'm saying this level. There's always another chance for you to trade after the pullback, and go up. All right, so for this Aussie dollar, I'm still going to look for a buy trade. All right, so for New Zealand dollar on last week, we can actually see that the market has actually broken this so-called daily trend line. So after this daily trend line was broken at here, market was trying to retest the previous high at this level. But what we can see that very clear that this level, this retest was not successful. So this retest was not successful, and what we had is that we can see that this became a new lower high of this New Zealand dollar structure, and this become the start of a sell trend. So on a sell trend, we are not going to sell at here, but we are going to sell at here and at here. This is the confirmation, and we're going to sell at here and at here. So on last week, these are the zone that we can look for sell. So on this week, I'm still going to look for a sell signal for this pair. All right, I'm expecting the market to retest here another key level at here. Let me just delete this. All right, and here. All right, so this week I'm expecting the market to retest here, and then only we go for another sell trade. All right, somewhere around here. So this is for the New Zealand dollar. So let us have a look on gold. Okay, so gold, actually there are a lot of fundamental issue because of the contra issue and also because of the pandemic issue. We have a massive sell on gold last week. So it's about, I believe it's about 1070 pips drop. All right. So, but on daily basis, the gold is still in a very strong uptrend. So probably this is a very big correction that happened on last week. But as a forex trader, we try to go as technical as we can. Okay. So if you're looking on the H4 chart, what we can see is that after this style trend, the market is actually building up. So, okay, what do I mean by building up? If you notice, you can see that the market doesn't go this way, but the market is going this way. The market is keep on forming higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high, and this is a very clear pattern of a valid uptrend. So I'm not asking you to buy it here, all right? So I think on last week we gave out a signal on buy somewhere around here, around here on Thursday. So we have about 200 pips. So, but we have set the break even to positive because I told my members that to set to break even after you are in a profit trade because gold is very volatile. All right. So on H4, what we can see is that market is starting to building up, but I'm going to look for buy where market do another retest of this level, and then only we go for a buy trade because if we are buying here, this is dangerous because this is very near to the previous high. All right, this is very near to the previous high. So I'm expecting market to form a solid double bottom, the first bottom and the second bottom at here, and then only we go for a buy trade. All right, this is the safest way so I can trade with a very minimum risk, and I'm trying to maximize my reward as much as possible. All right, so on euro dollar, on dollar yen, not euro dollar. So last week, I was mentioning that I'm trying to short this pair, all right, but unfortunately, this setup is not valid anymore, all right, because why? At first, we see that the market has actually broken the daily support level at here, and that then we see there is a very clear retest and rejection here. But on the second retest, market was not rejected, but the market just built up with a very strong bullish momentum or a very strong bullish candle. And on H4, what we can see is that the market is actually starting to build up, become an uptrend. Okay, so on this week, I'm expecting that this dollar yen is likely to be in an uptrend for this week, and I'm going to look for a buy signal. All right, so on the buy signal, let me clear this out. So we can see that there are two levels that market is going to retest. The first level is here, and the second level is here, which is also our fresh zone. All right, so if you don't know what is fresh zone, join my Kickstarter class. All right, please join my Kickstarter class and you know what is a fresh zone. So these are the level that I'm going to look for buy trade on this week. All right, so on euro yen is very obvious. On last week is still in a very strong buy signal, in a very strong buy trend. Although we have a trend line break here, but market was not able to hold at this point. This is our another key level point, and market just break out and created a new high, and this is also our bullish dominant setup here. So we have multiple conferences that stack up, so we are still going to look for buy on this week. All right, just we are still going to look for buy on this week for this euro yen. So if you look to the left, so market is likely to retest this level. So it's actually quite dangerous as well because it's very near to this previous weekly resistance level. But if you trade on H4, we are trying to buy when market is at here. Just wait for market to retest the neckline, and then only we go for a buy trade. All right, the safe take profit is always at here. Right, because when the market is near to the weekly resistance, we do not expect the market to break up further. Okay, so we wait for market to retest here, because whenever you enter for a buy trade, you need to ask yourself, no matter a buy trade or a sell trade, you need to ask yourself, where is your safest stop loss? So in this case, as for example, the safest stop loss would be here, because this is the nearest SNR, and your logical take profit is at here. So you have the risk to reward less than 1. In fact, it's only 0.57. So I rather miss this trade instead of risking my money. So I'm going to wait for a trade at this level. Okay, so let us have a look on this Euro Aussie. So Euro Aussie, last week we had one stop loss here. All right, let me recap. Where is the stop loss? Yep, it's around here, because I remember that I go for a sell trade. Okay, we have a stop loss here at this level, or because the market is keep on doing lower low and lower highs, and I'm entering for a short trade at this level. I think because I saw a bearish engulfing candlestick on H1. Let me check. Yeah, we have a bearish engulfing here, and then we enter for a short trade, but unfortunately the trade got stopped out. All right, the trade got stopped out, and on H4, what we do is that we observe, because whenever market like this, the market is still within the downtrend trend line, but when the trend line is broken, we start to look for a buy signal, because the market trend is going to be a buy trend now. So what we can see is that the market has a dominant setup here, and also on H4 we can see that this become a new higher low. So we enter for a buy trade, and we got our stop loss covered. All right, so let us have a look on. Sorry, I have not finished off this pair. All right, so on this daily basis, what we can do is that the market has started to form highs and higher low, and on H4 market is still in an uptrend. So I'm expecting a buy on this pair. All right, but this pair market just retested the previous high level. So I'm going to look for buy when market retrace back to this trend line area, or I'm going to look for buy when market retested this previous higher low level. Let us look on the last pair for today, the dollar Canadian. So on daily chart, very obvious, market is in a sell trend. All right, this is very obvious. And on H4, what we can see is that the market is still in a very clear sell trend. And we can see that the market has just broken the previous SNR level. All right, the nearer is at here. So I'm expecting the market retest this level and continue to drop. So we are going to monitor very closely for a sell signal for this Euro Canadian pair. All right, this is the H4 trend line, and this is the daily trend line. So you can always use trend line in different time frame in order for you to have a better direction on how market performs or how market look like. All right, so let me go through your question. All right, so yeah, hi Jackie, I just saw your comment. So Muhammad Hassan is asking that, hi bro, you teach for free. We are giving out free analysis, and we also have free premium channel subscription. Oh, sorry, not to say free. We have a premium channel subscription on Telegram with some certain requirements. So you can either choose to pay, or you can either choose to join for free with some TNC. Drop us a message if you want to find out more, And sorry to say that we do not teach for free. We charge a certain percentage of just a minor cost for education purpose, because we believe that if we are okay, I believe that I mentioned this a lot of time. If we are give out something, if you are giving out knowledge for free, people just don't appreciate. All right, I really don't like the feeling. So I always believe in an exchange of value. All right, and we charge, we are trying to charge as little as possible in our education. And also we are actually having some mastermind group and also a Kickstarter program. So if you want to know more about, just drop us a message, because this session is mainly about analysis. All right, so guys, thank you for having me tonight. So it's about 30 minutes. So I hope to see you guys every week, so we can update the trades every week and we can discuss more about this. Okay, guys, so thank you. I hope you guys have a very good trading week, and good night.